It's Friday, and I know I cannot be the only one who is starting to feel that summer overwhelm feeling. I know summer is our opportunity to rest and relax, see people we maybe haven't seen in a while, do things we haven't done in a while, read extra books, do all those fun things. But at the same time, there are a lot of things going on in the summer, and finding time to do all of the things that we want to do can seem a little overwhelming. I mean, for me personally, there are things such as figuring out the warranty on my table because something happened that needs to be done by September, to wanting to get certain books read, to wanting to get certain things accomplished for my business, podcasts recorded, all of that stuff. There's just so much going on. And I need a way to make sure that I can get all of the things done that I want to get done, but also make time for me too. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Welcome back to the Let's Talk Teaching podcast with Kayla Durkin. I know we had just jumped into a series where we were interviewing first year teachers, and I truly do hope to continue that series over the summer, but I haven't had as many teachers who want to be interviewed. So if you know any teachers who want to be interviewed, who just finished their first year of teaching, send them my way. You can send me a message on Instagram at North Dakota Teaching, and we will make sure that we get them an interview so that all of you can listen to all of the great things they have to say. So with that, let's talk about how you can beat this overwhelm. This is one of my very favorite teacher stress life hack tips that I have used again and again and again, week after week, month after month, whatever it is, anytime I am feeling overwhelmed, this is what I do. And I know I've talked about it on the podcast before, but sometimes we just need a little bit of a reminder. So here's what we're going to do today. We are going to do a teacher brain dump. In this brain dump, we are dumping everything out, the personal things, the professional things, the fun things, the friends things, all the things. We're dumping every single thing out. If you want to get your closet organized and get clothes donated, if you have a junk drawer that has just had more junk piling in than you can ever imagine, if you have closets that need to be cleaned out, whatever it is, we are putting all of that on our list. If we have appointments that we know need to happen this summer, the dentist, our hair, whatever it is, that goes on the list too. Books you want to read, curriculum you need to go through, resources and supplies that you need to purchase. All of those things are going on the list. Hopefully, you are starting to get the point of this. So, anything that's floating around in your brain, anything that's taking up space, put it on your piece of paper. Grab your very favorite notebook, grab your very favorite pieces of pens, grab your very favorite pens and start writing all of this down. You can pause this, take some time to do it now, or you can listen to the rest of the episode and then go back and do your list later, whatever works for you. Once you've dumped everything out, the little things, the big things, the small things, the great things, buying your friends gifts for baby showers, whatever it is, once all of that is out on paper, now we need to start looking at our calendar and organizing it. Now, for me, I am still working throughout the summer. I still have days that I am committed to, in addition to weddings and baby showers and traveling and camping, all of the things I feel so very blessed to be able to do. I never, ever, ever want to say I have to go to this or I have to go to that. I'm choosing to make time to do these things. So I look at my calendar and first I start thinking, okay, here are all of the dates and times that I know I have very important things happening. Now, looking at my list, how does that apply to what I'm looking at? So, for example, I know that I have the College to Classroom Success Summit on June 29th. In order to present at the College to Classroom Success Summit, I know I need to make my presentation. So now looking at my calendar, looking at the days I'm going to be gone, looking at the days I'm still working full time, I need to figure out when am I going to find time to make my presentation in order to meet my summit deadline. That's just a very small example. If you plan on making someone a very special homemade gift, well, of course, you have to look at when is the event and when are you going to find time to make that gift. So start sorting through your calendar and really start thinking about when do all of these things have to be done. Now, for me, I like to use my planner, but I also like to use a paper calendar, but then I also like to use my digital calendar as well. I use 3 different things. I thought about making you guys a resource, and I probably still should, and maybe one day I would, but I have 3 different systems that work for me, and I'm just not quite sure how I can encompass that all into one little resource for you. So here's what I do. First, I take my entire brain dump. Then I pull up my digital calendar because my digital calendar has everything on it. I know I've done podcasts about digital calendars. I know I've done blog posts about digital calendars. If you are someone in life who does not have a good system for all of the things that you have going on, you need to go listen to that episode or read that blog post because, my friend, Everything needs to go on that digital calendar. That way you are not trying to figure out what you have going on and when. Thus, when you do your brain dump, you'll really be able to start figuring out when these things have to get done by. Now, for you, thinking of what you have going on in life, looking at your curriculum, planning things for back to school, if you know you are doing a new classroom theme, getting everything sent to the print shop, if that's how you have to do it, getting it laminated, all of those things, you need to figure out when are you going to get those things done by. For us, the print shop usually takes about a week to turn around. If we want it laminated, might be a couple extra days. Then we have to take time to cut that out. Then we actually need to go hang it up in our classroom. So start thinking about how are you going to fit that into your schedule. So you have everything laid out. Now we're prioritizing it based on our dates. Now, there are also going to be things that are on our list that we don't want to do. For example, the table I mentioned that I need to call and do the warranty for. I have known that I need to do this for the past 6 months. I have known that my warranty expires in September and that if I miss the deadline, too bad, so sad, I will not get my table replaced. I know that, and it is still something I continue to put off. So no longer am I putting it off. I am scheduling it on my to-do list. I am saying this is the day that I'm going to finally make the phone call, finally get it done, and hopefully we can move on and not have to worry about the table anymore. I know, such a silly thing, such a, what is it, first world problem? No, yeah, first world problem. I always get that mixed up. Okay, so you've gotten everything dumped out. You're looking at your calendar. You are prioritizing it. Now look at that list again and think, okay, anything else I really don't want to do? Yep, I have to do those things first. Sometimes we have big chores like cleaning out a closet and getting stuff donated, and it's something that we just don't want to make time for. So I want you right now to think of those tasks you don't want to do. Look at your calendar right now and say to yourself, when am I putting that on my to-do list? When am I getting that done by? By this date, I want all of those items out of my house. Now, that's a whole nother spiel that I could go down. I have recently been in this, if it doesn't bring me joy, I'm getting rid of it type of thing. You guys, you do not even want to see the pile that I have going on in my basement right now. It's out of control. It's causing a little bit of overwhelm for my husband. But anytime I open up a cupboard, I open up a closet, I open up whatever, and I see something that I'm like, nope, I don't want that anymore, I put it in the pile. Now, here's the thing. I'm not just putting it in the trash because I truly believe that we live in a throwaway society. And I know that I might have something that someone else could use and I don't just need to throw it in the trash. So I need to go through my pile and sort it out and decide what's donation, what could I possibly sell on Facebook Marketplace, what could I maybe give to a friend or family member that possibly needs this item that I no longer need. But again, that's something I have to put on my schedule and say, by this date, I'm going to have that pile sorted through. So, my point here is that we all have 10 million things going on in our lives. And although summer is super amazing, fantastic, because we get this extra bonus time, some of us are still working. Some of us still have other responsibilities. We have kids, we have life that is coming at us, but we still have all of these other responsibilities that are pulling at us. So, I want you to dump it all out. Get everything out of your mind. Anything that's taking up space, causing overwhelm, the prescriptions you need to refill, the appointments you need to make, whatever it is, get all of that out on paper. Then maybe you might want to take your list and once you've recategorized it, maybe you want to rewrite it or you want to type it or you want to put it on sticky notes and move one sticky note over to the other side when you've accomplished it. Maybe you want to set some goals for yourself and say, if I get it done by this date, I'm going to reward myself with this. I don't care what you do. I just want you to get it out of your brain, get it on paper, get it on a digital calendar, whatever it is, so that you can make sure you have time to put yourself first this summer, but also get done all of the things that need to get done. So we're wrapping it up there. I have a couple good podcasts coming your way. One that I've been working on that I'm actually really nervous to put out there for you is how to know when's the right time to move schools. So I don't know if I truly don't know where any of you are at in your lives, any of my listeners, but I do know that there are some people that have been teaching for a while and they are wondering if it's the right time to move on. And I know now that it's summer, it's harder to make decisions like that. So I can't tell you when that episode will come out. Just know it's coming soon. And it might be something that you just want to think about too during this upcoming school year. I never want anyone to move who isn't ready to move, but I also know there are people who are teaching in environments that aren't helping them grow and just aren't good for them. So that's something that I'm working on, but super sensitive topic. So I want to make sure I do it in the right way. In addition to that, some other podcast episodes that I'm working on, I'm going to be releasing a classroom management one soon, actually, really soon. I'm going to be releasing 10 tips that you need to do for your upcoming school year. I'm hoping to write an episode all about your first 3 days in the classroom, things that you can do to really just make sure those first 3 days are the best 3 days. What else am I doing here? I'm going to be doing one on trauma again, which is another super sensitive topic. So if there are any topics that you're like, Kayla, you're great, I need you to do a topic on this, please, please, please send me a message so that I can give you guys what you need. That's the point of this podcast. It's not about me. It's about you. It's about what you want to listen to and what's going to help make your life a little bit easier. So we will wrap it up there. Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode. If you need anything at all, you know where to find me. And with that, we'll hang out again soon. Bye.